right off the bat, I just want to say 1,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. I think one of these three people were my 1,000th. Eric Boberic 7, Nicarish 18, or L Tonterzone. One of you guys were the 1,000th, and I thank you so much. And I thank you to all other 999, or probably higher than 1,000 by now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 360. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is one I have been dying to see, and that is The Social Network. The Social Network is directed by David Fincher and written by Aaron Sorkin. You know David Fincher from my favorite movie of all time, Fight Club, Seven, The Curious Case of Benjamin Schmutton, Zodiac, Panic Room, ton of stuff. Aaron Sorkin, the creator of The West Wing, he also did a very underrated show, Sports Night, I think is fantastic. The Social Network is the story basically about Mark Zuckerberg and the beginnings of the only social network that we all know and love, Facebook. And it basically follows through kind of trial, litigation, deposition, that sort of stuff, and shows you kind of how Mark Zuckerberg came to form Facebook, the ideas behind it, the backstabbing, the betrayals, the friendships that were formed and ended and stuff like that. And a very nice character piece comes out of all this, and a very interesting and inventive movie, to say the least. The Social Network is one of, if not my favorite film so far of 2010. I think that it is absolutely astonishing what David Fincher and Aaron Sorkin do with this picture. The screenplay from Aaron Sorkin is so sharp. It's a masterpiece, that screenplay. The dialogue, it just crackles and pops, and it is so vivid, and literally the film is 2 hours long, and there are no action sequences, there's nothing that's blowing up, there's no explicit sex, there's nothing else that's on screen to really engage you except for these characters talking to one another. And honestly, I could sit and watch these people talk to each other with this Aaron Sorkin dialogue for 5 hours. It's really the one type of movie where the second it ended, I really wanted more. Like, I really wanted to be with these characters longer, to hear the things that went on longer. And I think that's the sign of a truly great film. I mean, there's the opening scene that takes place between Jesse Eisenberg and Rooney Mara, his girlfriend at the time. And they're just at this bar, and you can kind of tell that Jesse Eisenberg is playing him very like he doesn't care, and he's talking about 5 different things at once, and the dialogue is just rapid fire. You have to be paying attention or you're going to miss it. And it is so smart and so just clever, but clever without being like, oh, that's cute and clever. It knows what it's doing, and I feel like this film especially knows exactly what it's doing. There are times where there's 2 different court cases or you know, litigations going on simultaneously, and they're cutting back to something in the future, and then they're going back to the past to show you how it got there. And I feel like this is a story that could have been so by the numbers, like, okay, here's Mark Zuckerberg, he comes up with this idea for Facebook, he creates it, the site starts generating revenue, it gets kind of big, people start suing him, and the downfall happens, and it could be so by the numbers. A movie that I actually enjoyed earlier this year, Middlemen, which I think is a very entertaining film, but I don't think it's really anything more than that. This could have easily just been like that, but Aaron Sorkin and David Fincher do something very smart, and they make it so inventive and original, and I think by the end of this film, the closing image of Jesse Eisenberg's Mark Zuckerberg, and just the final image that you're left with on screen, says so much about this generation, and just where we are in our lives, and how we define friends and friendship, and how we communicate with one another. It's just so relevant and so amazing. There's one moment, I'm not going to give away too much about the film, but there's one moment also which I think truly, I mean, it's a humorous moment, but it truly defines us, my generation. There's a scene where Bill Gates is speaking in front of this classroom, and these 2 girls are sitting behind Mark Zuckerberg and Eduardo, the CFO, and they kind of lean forward and they're like, are you Mark Zuckerberg? You're the creator of Facebook? And at that moment I realized these people, my generation, is more interested in the guy that created Facebook than the guy that created computers, basically. And I think that is so smart. I love this movie to death. I can't talk about it enough. The Social Network deserves a 5 out of 5. I see a lot of Academy Awards in the future for this one. check it out. It isn't just a Facebook movie. It's one of the best movies of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another one for you. I have some more reviews to come. I know I haven't been posting them in a while. I'm going to have Buried up for you, Let Me In, and probably Waiting for Superman in the near future. Stay tuned.